Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What is on, my freaks and peeps? It is us. We are here. We are here. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh fuck, I can't remember how to use this. Oh, whoever said I was a professional. Anyway, good morning. Good morning, Ratsy, and good morning, Mina. Good to see you both. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And welcome to everyone else in chat or in the VODs, whatever you want to watch this on, whatever you are viewing this on, however you may be viewing this, whether it's through your phone, your tablet, your TV, because why the fuck would you not, you know? Like, you like listening to women moan through your fucking loudspeakers in front of your whole family, you fucking perv. Good for you. Anyway, I don't really know what else people use this on. Oh yeah, computers. Anyway, I'm on a computer. I'm streaming through a computer right now. Hello, JasperWackx. Hello there, rat of the Satans. Or Satan of the rats. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway. Oh, I do it in front of my mom. Well, hello, Mom. What a mistake that was. Now I'm just gonna talk directly to your family through the TV. Cover your ears, cause your girl is probably not actually gonna be very weird this stream. To be honest, I'm in a very hyper mood right now because I've eaten an entire bag of dried mangoes. Yeah. So that's the announcement. Anyway. To be honest, yeah, I actually did just eat I'm not kidding, I did just eat an entire bag of mangoes. Don't ask me why. It's like, it was a good texture, I'm not gonna lie. It was like chewing on a fucking piece of, like, cling film, I'm not gonna lie, but, like, they were good. And I would buy again, and I will probably now make my way over to Lidl and buy their entire stock again, because your girl has a bit of a fixation at the minute with dried mango. You know what? I'm not discouraging it because, you know, on the other hand, I could be doing crack. That could be my addiction. Anyway, hello. There you go. Sorry. Mina, oh, this is great. Mina's mom. Oh shit, is that the butt fuck sluts nuts? Oh yes, nice, very accurate. Mom's like, hey, I know that one. Anyway, welcome to today's stream. I have a bit of an announcement today. I might wait a bit to do the announcement though, because your girl is waiting for people to catch up. I don't think people will catch up. I think this is probably it for today. But today is an important day, and I have an important announcement. And to be honest, I will then make this announcement again on Monday, because you'll never guess what happened. Wait until the dum-dums arrive. Well, maybe. But I think you can guess what's happened. Let's be real. I think there's no fucking around this. I think that this is just, we're just gonna say it, and I'll just say it again at another point. We got the house. That's it. Stream's over, guys. Okay, that's it. Enough of that. I wish I had more to say about the matter. Oh, you're getting the house. Nice. Yeah, baby. We got the fucking house. I can't believe it. Can you tell how happy I am? Oh my god. Do you know how much fucking work it's been over the last few... It's been like a year, man. A year of trying so desperately hard to kind of get my shit together enough to actually start looking for a house. And then a property market opened up in my direction, and then we turned around and it was like, oh, the bank went no. And then I went to the mortgage advisor, and the mortgage advisor went no. And that was the end of that. So no more house for me. Instead, I'm going to go and pay someone money to live in their house like a weirdo with my best friend. So that's cool. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I wish I could say more about it, but yeah, if you're new here and you have no idea what I'm talking about, hi, I'm Jasper. I've been looking to move out for the last few months, and although the fact that the property market is in my favor, and I have enough for a deposit. Unfortunately, it was not in the cards because the bank said no. So that was the end of that. I do have enough for a deposit. However, my income just doesn't support me having my own place at this time. It will in a few years' time, hopefully. But until then, I had two choices, and one of them was to stay where I am and save that money, which would be the sensible choice, or to move out because I can't cope with the sound and the smell of my mother's cooking anymore. So which one did I choose? The latter. I wish there was another reason other than that. Other than that, like, obviously I do want to live with my buddy, but like I think it's kind of really dawned on me recently, now that I am actually like I'm kind of moving out, that I need to move out. Like I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm fed up. Guess best friend. Am I not the best friend? Of course you are, Mina. You know. You're always gonna be my bitch tits. Mina was the first I told. But yeah, proceeds to delete 13 memes I had saved up about homeless Jasper. Bruh, I wasn't homeless. I still live in my parents' house. I'm 23, by the way, but like, I live in my parents' house in my siblings' old bedroom, which, yes, is the bigger bedroom in the house. And yes, I had the cupboard room for like the longest time. And then my sibling went to uni and I got the bigger room finally after like, what, 23 years of waiting? Nice. Actually, probably not even that. She's younger than me. I don't know what to say about that. But never mind. I mean, it was so sad. Woo, so happy now. Good, I'm glad. Anyway, oh yeah, there's an entire lore on the group on Mimi's server. What? What the fuck is this? Hold the fucking horse. Let's take a look at this. I just opened up the message board. Another thing, if this is not gonna like make any sense to anyone that's in the general community, but obviously like we've got kind of a group going on at the minute with myself, Klutzy Mina, Mimi Maple, Mighty Maddie, It's Tea Time, and Lauren Echo. Sorry, I always forget how to pronounce that one. We've got some other people joining. Blueberry Tea seems to be kind of getting in there. We haven't had a chance to play with them yet, but I'm sure we will. With you and bruh, I need to kind of like address this because the guys are gonna read the spreadsheet and realize that I fucked up. But like, in the nicest way possible, what did you expect? You got a Gen Z to look at a fucking spreadsheet? Do I look like I know how to use one of those? And the answer is no, I don't. I've never had to use one. I've never learned how to use one. And so when they're like, hey, can you go onto this spreadsheet and like tick off all the games you have? I was like, okay, bet. Went on there, couldn't get it to work for ages, had to ask for permission, which was great. I said, please, Mother Mina, can I please have permission to edit my section on the spreadsheet? And then everyone's like, oh, you just do this, this, and this, and get the ticks up, and then you can tick everything. And I couldn't work it out, and I was running late to stream, so instead I just wrote yes and maybe and I don't knows, and I wrote some other stuff in there that maybe I shouldn't have. But hey, if one of you wants to fix it, thanks. I'm not going to. Sorry, it doesn't look nice. But like, I don't know how to use it. You guys expect a lot from me. I literally almost had a breakdown trying to get it to work. Anyway, you mean you literally wrote cough, please? Yeah, I did. That was my request to Mina. Anyway, let's look at this fucking lore. What the fuck? Oh yeah, we were making fucking Feast of the Law. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? What the fuck? What the fuck? Hang on, I'm just gonna open it on my other screen because else I won't be able to read it. Oh my god, it's a whole story. Holy shit, what is this? When was this? Because I'm like struggling with how much I gotta scroll. How do I fucking do this? Oh my god, Mina face revealed? What the fuck? I was not prepared for that. I know I'm reading older messages. Older messages are literally from yesterday. What do you want about? How fucking far up did this go? Oh my god. When does this start? I'm so confused. I did not face reveal close enough. Wait, how far up? When did we start this conversation? Okay, good morning. All right, there we go. Going you beautiful. All right, now I'm gonna scroll through this and try and find where. Oh, people are talking about nudity. Where's the lore? I'm so confused. What do you mean used to sell pictures? Just Laura would have barked from April. Well, I did. I did in fact bark. Sorry. I tagged you for the TLDR. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna read all this at some point. Perhaps. Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you. Oh, don't worry. She still needs to read the law we made to make it easier on Maple, because I'm a nice prophet. TLDR on law. We summoned Maple, elevated her to goddess sheep. She met up with the celestial Maddie and became friends. Then we then summoned Mina, making a contract with her of no touching, and she has her own strip club somewhere. In the fine print on the no touching reads as followed: an entity named Melon will spirit away, and any and all offenders who break the contract never to be seen again. Fairs. Lara smelled woman and joined in because she wanted to worship with us, and Jasper frolicked here from her Fey realm, the forest of fantasy, not a Fey realm. Actually, we were in the middle of another summoning. Our alarm went off to remind us of the tea time. The tea alarm, the fucking tea alarm went off, and that's tea. Oh my god. With the line, it's tea time, with his name on Twitch. And so we accidentally summoned him, bro. It feels bad. I just frolicked in. I love that. There's like a whole story to the rest of them, and it's just like, and Jasper wandered in. It's like, yep, sounds about right. I also saw something saying I was a vegan. I'm not a vegan. There's nothing wrong with being vegan either. I don't know why people keep saying it like it's a bad thing. It's like, I'd love to be vegan, but I can. Eat little and little as it is. I love how I'm like, I'm not a vegan. And I literally just talked about how I am currently obsessed with eating dried mangoes, which would probably imply that I'm vegan, but I'm not. I had a roast dinner last night. I'm definitely not vegan. I was trying to think of like the least vegan thing I've done in the last few days. Anyway. Right. We need to like read up a bit. The only thing I know how to spread actually sheets of pairs. People were talking about the nudity. Oh, that's probably when I started talking to Mina on the lead. Yeah. It's so good. Yeah. I like how Laura's literally just smelled women straight up. Sounds accurate to Laura. I'm eating the meat and potatoes right now. How very unvegan of me. Dude, I'm not a vegan. And you don't have to be vegan. Listen, I'm probably the one meat-eating rabbit that you'll ever see in the world. So, like, just be, like, conscious about that. Not spread legs. No, apparently not. That comes after. Hey, yo, spreads the sheets first. We kiss, but we don't tell. But yeah, so, anyway, going back to the original conversation. To go back to the explanation, a short explanation of what's going on. is that your girl, we got the call basically. So if you didn't know, I was applying to move somewhere with my buddy, my work buddy, Paul. Porno, Crazy One's the best. You see him about. He'll be in and out of the chatter occasionally. I'm not sure how much more in the future, seeing as we'll live together, and he'll basically get the like pretty much entirety of the stream just audibly. So don't know about that anymore, but like let me know. Girl, I saw the teeth that Wappletingers have that ain't just for chomping on leaves and such. It's a defense mechanism, but yeah, it's definitely like me eating fangs. Like, it's saber-tooth fangs. I've just got really small ones for some reason. I got my baby teeth, okay? They'll grow in bigger one day. My teeth. My teeth! I don't know if I can give you a closer shot. I bite. Yeah, I don't really, to be fair, I don't really have, like, rabbit's teeth, I suppose. Say, oh my god. This is probably the closest you've ever got to my face as well. Don't look too closely. Oh, why am I so far away? Whoops. Come a bit closer. Making sure everything's lining up. Because your girl has problems. Not gonna lie, those teeth are adorable. Yes, thank you, thank you. Yeah, to be honest, the reason they are so small is just because we're in the early developments. I went from being like the early stages, I was like the jackalope, right? And then we kind of evolved into what we are now. But I'm still growing. I'm quite a young Wappletinger. To be honest, the fangs will come in at some point, probably. But they probably won't get too big. I kind of file them down because it's hard to blend in, you know? But, like, still gotta be sharp. Jeez. Adorable, guys. Imagine you bite one of the girls and everyone immediately knows who left the teeth marks. Straight up, well, to be fair, we've all got like a distinctive teeth pattern, I imagine. Mine are just like 4 puncture wounds because your girl has 4 fangs. So, yeah, it's like 4 fucking puncture wounds, if anyone. It's my blueprint, so, don't look too close. I'm not answering this. Hello, I just saw someone's playing Stardew Valley. You know who you are. Anyway, but to give the kind of like small, like rough, like cliff notes, just to kind of keep going with this conversation because it's all I'm going to talk about right now. So what I've done so far. Oh god, yo! Either this girl is bitten by Jasper, or we got a double vampire in our midst. Yeah, I'll go with the latter. But yeah, to give the kind of short of what's happened is basically that we applied. Obviously, you guys know that we went to a house viewing last Wednesday and decided we liked the property, and that was, I think, the last update I gave was that we liked the property and that we applied to it pretty much like 5 seconds after leaving the property. Literally, we walked out the building and it was like up the street and we were just like, all right, send off the email. And pretty immediately, right, we didn't realize this at the time, but pretty immediately the letting agency took the house, so the property, off the website and all the like associated websites, and we're like, oh, that's weird. But then we got a call the next day saying like, oh, if you don't hear anything, it's just because the landlord isn't around, he's on holiday until like Tuesday. So we weren't really expecting to hear anything till Tuesday at the earliest, Wednesday at the latest. And then I got a call that I did not pick up. Which, by the way, I should stress that my phone is on volume right now, so if you hear it in the background going off, I apologize, but realistically I need to be kind of conscious if I get a phone call, because obviously, like, if I get a phone call about this, I need to kind of take it, because there are some things riding on like time sensitive nature at the minute. I don't think I'll get a call though. But yeah, so with that, basically, like, we waited. Tuesday comes, sometime in the evening while I'm still fucking asleep, I get a phone call saying they needed my email because we got the property. Wow, yeah. So we got the property, we got approved to start the process in getting the property. Obviously this, again, when I say getting the property, I mean like getting it as our place of residence for the time being, as in, like, we don't own it, we are not going to own it, it's just a rental. Ideally we want to live in it for at least a year, at least, potentially, if we're lucky, maybe 5 years, if we're lucky. But yeah, there's some stories. Welcome everyone. Welcome, Koi, good to see you. Would Jasper want spicy or wholesome line today? Ooh, I'm not sure. You pick. I could go with a bit of spice. I've had like a lot of wholesome recently. We're having a wholesome day, so hit us with the spicy. My life is going so good. Let's go. Welcome, Emperor Cable. I hope that you're doing well today. Is it going good for you? Surrender to me, don't try to fight. Your body is craving my touch tonight. You'll beg for more before the light. Hey, yo. Fucking hell, that's not a line. That's a fucking ceremony. That's a, wow. Thank you. Why do I feel like I'm being sacrificed a little, though? And why am I... I was about to say, why am I on... God damn. Right, anyway. Thank you, Koi. That was beautiful. Brings a tear to the eye. But yeah, to give the short cliff notes, well, I'm not doing so well with the cliff notes. Basically, so we got the go ahead with filling out the forms. So I signed one of the forms. My roommate Paul signed a form as well. And then we sent them off. We got a kind of message back yesterday saying that they'd come through, so we've got that. I've got the printed sign out for that, so it's cool. And then well, the other thing is that there's another, like, I don't know what it's called. I don't know how to describe what's going on, but there's a lot of form filling. We've got the tenancy agreement already filled out, but then there's the letting right forms to fill out or something. But basically the one where they kind of go through and get all your details about your, like, income, your, like, expenses, your, like, finding out, like, your kind of like national insurance number, that sort of shit. So that's kind of what that was what I was doing before I came on stream, and which is why I'm so late, because your girl kind of ran into a bit of a problem, which is that, guys, if you've never rented a property before, just be aware that you need to have someone to kind of vouch for your identity, and it needs to be someone that, like, is linked to you, but isn't a friend, but is also not family, and it's a whole mess. And it took me a while to find someone. I ended up having to go with my boss, but so your girl has, like, sorted that out, but it was like a case of having to ask around for a bit to find out who could write me a reference, or, like, not write me one, but answer a phone call to say, like, yes, this person is who they're saying they are, and also that I am in fact earning the income I am. I don't know. No, I didn't put streaming down as an income source because realistically, I don't think they will accept it until I'm taxed on it. That's kind of the thing I've been told, which I'm stressing about. But yeah, so we got the property. I've just sent off the final bit of paperwork on my end. Obviously, Paul's already sent off his because he's done this before. This is my first time. I've never moved. I was born, right? And I came home to this house and I've never left. So I'm gonna do the big boy thing and move like a couple like miles down the road kind of thing. So then so what income do you have, Jasper? Oh, streaming phone clicks, yeah, like straight up. It's not really one of those forms, it's one of those like yeah, I have to provide like pay slips and stuff, which I don't think Twitch provides, so the government knows I stream. Yeah, I haven't got that far yet, but yeah, so your girl is kind of in a bit of a predicament in that I had to... The main thing that I was struggling with was sorting out my reference, because in order to get the reference for this particular, like, company doing it, because I think they've outsourced it, I have to provide, like, a business email, which is, like, fucking balling. Especially when all the people that have provided references in the past don't have a fucking business email, so you're kind of in a bit of a rough spot. But yes, so, and then I filled it all out, and you'll never guess what? It wasn't even a requirement. Apparently, I just needed to provide a phone number, so that was nice. So, your girl was having a bit of a whale of a time with that one. But yeah, so I've got that all filled out. Now I'm just waiting for my boss to call them and kind of confirm everything, and then once he does that, then I can move on to getting my shit together with like the kind of final documents. However, we have handed in our I think it's called a holding deposit, which is your deposit. Yeah, so we've handed in the deposit. I handed that in before I signed the forms, which we were allowed to do. It's not like it doesn't have to be in a specific order, but we've handed in the deposit, so the property is awaiting our kind of, you know, approval kind of thing. It's waiting for everything to come back before they can say, yes, here's the keys, it's all yours. But I can't believe it. Do you know how much work this took? Guys, most people don't have business emails. Yeah. Do you know how hard it is trying to get a business email in like a small town? There aren't many businesses here, so we had to do a bit of a rough one, but like, because I wasn't going to go through my boss, but it was very nice about it. There's a whole thing behind that, but I can't talk about it too much. But yeah, so yes. Good thing with it is that it's done, essentially. Obviously, like, we are just awaiting kind of the final kind of, you need to give us the month rent. You need to, because I don't know if we're supposed to provide the first month rent ahead of time, or if we're just like, they'll ask for it after a certain time, whatever. Or if it will be like you come in for this time and we'll ask for it at this date, that sort of thing. It's a whole story. But like, the good news is that your girl is finally gonna have her own place, which is nice. In terms of like, obviously we've talked a lot about like, I've got all these grand plans with like decorating and stuff. It's all gonna be green and black and beautiful, right? I can't guarantee. I just saw the spreadsheet, Mina. Don't look at the spreadsheet. I'm fucked up. Anyway, don't judge me, okay? Listen, I don't know. I don't know how to use it. You guys give me instructions and expect me to understand it. Do you know how dyslexic I am? Oh my god, I'm so disappointed. Are you kidding? I'm so dyslexic. Stop. Don't give me written instructions. I can't read them. Anyway. Panic over. But basically, so yeah, so once the kind of like finalizing of the situation, Maddie made it so easy, you just had to click on the box if you had it. What box? There wasn't a box. There wasn't any box. I didn't know. Nothing came up. I don't know what you guys are just like, just click on the box. It's like, there were several boxes. Are you kidding? I'm taking things. This is literal thinking, but like, man, I really, really struggled with that one. um, Mina, why can't you just be normal? Jazz agrees with dyslexia. Maddie is on it. I'm so sorry, Maddie. You guys just like shit talking me in the fucking chat. Oh my god, you are. God damn. Just wow. Oh my god. Maddie the boss. Maddie is the boss. I just don't know. Listen, it's like, what do you mean Maddie made it so easy? There was nothing easy about that. Jasper takes a super easy task and somehow makes it complicated despite following instructions. There weren't any instructions. Listen, I don't know how to explain to you guys. It's like they've created a checkbox system, right? There isn't like any box that comes up. I'm so confused. They're like, oh, you just click on the box. It's like, what box? What box? There's so many boxes. It's a spreadsheet. Should I expose Jasper in a server? I mean, you can. I'm not ashamed of it. I will do it again. Would do again. Listen, I 100% as well. I could have left it and just been like, hey guys, like, I still really am being dumb and I don't understand how to use it. I was like, no, chaotic energy. I'm just going to do it. I was like, fuck it. I'll answer it. Also, because some of those are like, it's like, yes or no, do you have it? It's like, it's not a case of like, some of them I'm like, I've never heard of it, but then some of them I'm like, I've heard of it, I would like it, I just don't have it at this time. I'm like, there's no in-between box, you know? So your girl was like doing the best she could, but yeah, so forgive. Anyway. I'm so ashamed now. It's a yes or a no. I know, but like, no. But to be fair, another thing as well is like some of these are for games, by the way, so we can all play together. Some of them are like Gartic Phone and Scribble.io, and it's like those games don't require like purchasing or anything. It's like, so the fact that like some of them have a yes or no, I'm like, but we all have that. It's free. It's like it doesn't take anything to run, so it's not a problem. But yeah, no buts. Shush. No, you shush. Everyone automatically has Gartic Phone and Scribble.io. It's a website. Also, Jackbox is another one. If you have that, we've all got it, you know, kind of thing. Anyway, we're not discussing this. The main point of the list is if we have the game. Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'm trying to have a conversation here. My knee really hurts. Oh, do you guys want to hear something as well? Your girl fucked up again. Guess who took another chunk out of herself today at work? Once again, this bitch. Just my brain hurt. My everything hurts, man. Straight up, like, I have once again taken a chunk out of myself. This time not on my hands though. This one was on my knee. I walked into a power box holder that didn't have a power box in it. A battery, that's what they're called. There was like a battery holder on something, a piece of equipment. It doesn't have a battery in it. It's never had a battery in it. I walked into it. And it hurt a lot. And, like, people are like, do you need first aid? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. But, like, guys, when I tell you, it was that kind of pain where you feel like you're going to throw up afterwards. I don't know. It felt like I dislocated my knee. I was, like, genuinely for a minute, like, oh, man, that really hurt. I was like, that, like, doesn't feel right. Kind of hurt. You don't have a Gothic phone. It came free with your Xbox. I have the oldest Xbox known to man. You have Gothic phone. Yeah, straight up. Jasper, do you actually need to be wrapped in bubble wrap to live? Probably. Guys, guess what? What makes it worse is I'm about to be an independent adult and move into my own house. Can you believe it? I'm barely functioning. I injure myself every week at the minute. And I don't think at any point that maybe, just maybe, I should like hold off a bit. But whatever. I'll just get Paul to look after me. God damn it. To be honest as well, I need to kind of address the kind of roommate situation. There will be an introduction stream at some point. We have kind of discussed this together, so there will be kind of maybe like a, I don't want to say a collab when it's not really a collab if they're not a fellow streamer and also would just be in the room with me while on stream, I guess. I'm not really sure. We might do something. I might see about like maybe getting like a second webcam or something and maybe doing like a drawing or something. We're thinking about it. We'll get on with it. But yeah, there will be kind of an introduction to that. There will also, I would like to stress that this is not the end of the conversation. Obviously, like, it's not the end of the conversation because I've got to get like the rest of this sorted and I will give you guys the announcement when I get the keys. Probably just gonna post on Discord when I get the keys. I'll just like send you guys a photo, but then I will announce it on the following stream. Realistically as well, the stream, there will be like kind of an update about some things because there's like some things that kind of come with moving out that I need to address, and that will have to wait till the time because I've got to kind of work out those things first. But just be aware that there is a bigger announcement coming. I think it's bigger. You might not. But, like, the other thing with that is that the stream setup will probably end up staying at my parents' and I will have to keep coming back here for some time after. Just because I'm not 100% sure if this place has Wi-Fi built into it. Because it's kind of an old property. And to be honest, I'm not 100% convinced that it has Wi-Fi. Like, we've looked online and it says it has, like, broadband, but, like, I'm not sure. So that might take a while to set up. Another thing is I need to kind of find a plan to set that up. I need to find a good Wi-Fi kind of service because I'm not fucking doing it with the current one anymore. I'm not doing it. I literally am not doing it. It's so bad. The Wi-Fi in my current house is so bad. Realistically as well, I'll probably actually end up with the extender cable in the office with me, so there is that as well. But until I've kind of sorted that whole thing out, I will probably be coming back here to do the stream, so the setup will stay here while I move. The other thing with that I need to address is that I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit. Yeah, it's gone. Anyway, Maddie is fixed. Thank you, Maddie. I'm sorry. I think the bestie will probably kick you out after like a week because they'll be sick of paying your medical bills every day. I would agree, except I live in the UK and we have the NHS and it's free. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. Also, I have some medical covers through my work. But that's just because it's warehousing and they think they have to provide that to some extent. But I'm not 100% sure about that one. I also need a plaster. Hang on. I gotta replace the plaster on my leg. But the other thing is obviously that I need to kind of talk more about the PC setup. I don't know how soon after moving the dual PC setup will happen. We'll talk more about it at the time. I'm gonna have to take I've saved the money. I'm just gonna have to take money out of my savings to do it because realistically moving house is expensive, but like I've got money saved for the computer, but if I spend on the computer now, I won't have that money for like a sofa and stuff. So it's gonna have to wait for a minute. But once it's done, it shouldn't be a problem. So we'll be alright. Guys, do I go for like... What plaster do I go for? How big is this cut? Big enough to need one of these. We'll go for this one. We'll go for the Incredible Hulk. That's the plaster I'm choosing today. Welcome, Mimi! When did you come here? I'm here. How goes it? I've been watching from afar for a bit. Well, welcome, Mimi. It's good to see you. Thank you, thank you. Now I go get some lunch. What? I should have waited to say hi, so be right back. Okay. That was quick. Hi, we're roasting Jasper for the spreadsheet. Leave my fucking end of the spreadsheet alone. Anyway. Oh, fuck. This is a really sticky plaster. Oh, fuck. I need to talk about the PC. I don't know. I will probably start playing the game now and we'll kind of remember what I was going to talk about with it. Oh yeah, that was another thing I needed to address. I don't know how quickly I'm going to be able to do the decor stuff. Obviously, I don't know how much I'm allowed to paint and change about the house. Within reason, obviously, I'm not planning on knocking down any walls or anything. But I'm like, to be honest, I'm not even sure if I can put like a TV bracket up, which is something we kind of talked about the other day. I need to be able to put a TV bracket up or else I'm fucked in the living room because there's nowhere to put a TV. I have a TV. I'm taking my parents' old TV, which, by the way, my parents were, like, idiots. Because they had a perfectly fine, like, flat screen TV, right? No, is it a flat screen? I guess. I don't know. The regular TVs. It was quite a big one. Anyway, they had this TV that they had for years, right? Perfectly fine TV, not a problem, okay? The speaker on it, like the inbuilt speaker, started to go slightly. Most people in that situation would do the cost-effective thing of getting a whole new speaker, right? Get a speaker bar, you know, just like like one you can plug in with like an aux cable, that sort of shit, right? No, what did my parents do? They bought an entirely new fucking TV. I don't know. So I can have the TV that we've ended up with. I'm not really sure what they were planning on doing with it, to be honest. It's just been lobbed in the garage, and I'm like, nice. I'll take that. They're like, okay, it takes it off our hands, so that's cool. I do need to talk about the PC. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, I don't know how long the PC will stay here. That's what I needed to talk about. I also need to address, I don't know how frequently I'm going to be able to stream over the next few weeks. I'm going to try and keep up with my regular scheduling. But realistically, guys, if I get the call that I'm moving in, like, next week, right, I can't guarantee I'll be able to stream, like, those days, if that makes sense. Like, I'll be busy. I'm going to be busy. I will try to keep up with it, because obviously we've talked about, like, something happening in April. That being said, my phone's going off like crazy right now. I'm so sorry. But Oh, another thing, because this has happened, I asked for another 2 days off, because I asked for 3 days off in April at the end of the week so I could do, like, a drinking stream, and I got those approved, no problem, and then, obviously, the house stuff happened, so I was like, I'll take the whole week off, so I asked for 2 more days, and my boss, like, my overhead boss, has literally taken so long to approve it. I'm out of time with it, essentially, because we have to give a certain amount of time notice. They've left it so long that I can't get it. I'm like, man, I'm actually annoyed. So I don't really know what I'm going to do about that one. It's not a problem if they say no, because I can just work around it, but it's, like, not the best situation to be in. But yeah. Looking up. Oh. Do your parents buy a whole new house when a spider is sighted in the living room? I think my mother would like to, because she hates both the living room and spiders. But she just hates the house in general, which is nice. Anyway, right, what am I looking at? In art. Very beautiful. Got the Minas going on. Oh, and the Mimis. Oh my god, did we make the whole gang? Wow, the tyrant queen of the dark forest. Thanks. This is really cool. I fucking love Curse. Is it Curse? Hero Forge. I have used it in the past. I just like how detailed the wings are, dude. It's so good. Thank you very much. Dude, I look like an owl, like an omnificent owl, right? Let's go. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Red Satan. It's beautiful. You guys are wholesome. But yeah, no, we'll get on with the game. I'm just gonna load up the game because I'm like hyped to play this because we haven't played it since your girl was like off doing shit. But yeah. So give me a sec. I'm just loading up the game. Just loading up the game. I'm hopeful. I am hopeful. I'm just going to talk about the house today, by the way. I bought my saucepans. They cost me a stupid amount of money. I've done, like, right, I don't think I've talked about this on stream, but I've done a whole, no, I have talked about it. I did a whole host of research, right, on, like, saucepans because your girl is planning on one day getting a bird again, which means that I have to invest in non-Teflon pans and learn how to use them because if you don't know, Teflon and like PFE or whatever it's called it's toxic to birds, right? So they don't recommend you use like non-stick frying pans, or if you do, you get ones that are Teflon free and that sort of stuff. The issue is if you don't know, non-stick is really like stick pans, like the non-stick ones are really hard to use and they take a whole learning lesson. So I had a choice basically because ceramic wasn't an option. It's expensive and a lot of people say it doesn't hold, like it's not a lifetime pan kind of thing. Cast iron was the next one, but there was like a whole like you can't really put it in the dishwasher sort of story going on. So realistically that left me with stainless steel. I was considering just getting a cast iron and just making do with it, but then I tried to lift one and then couldn't, so I settled on a stainless steel one, and then found out that I can in fact lift a cast iron one. I was just trying to lift a cast iron ceramic one, and it was just a whole story. But anyway. Okay. Okay, let's go with this. Oh boy, choosing dishes. Not really, like, dishes. I got Mina, Mimi, now you, and I'll probably just jump onto Laura, and I suppose I'll do my best with Maddie. Maddie's pretty easy. You just gotta go for a cat-like creature. But yeah, I'm gonna turn this down on my end. It won't affect you guys, but like, I'm overstimulated. Oh wait, I'm only on 2%. Oh, this is loud. My headphones aren't even loud. I just get overwhelmed by them. Another thing, at some point, I think I'm gonna get new headphones because the padding on these have gone so much that they're pressing on my ear, and it's kind of painful. So that's a whole thing. Right, we were doing my current room, which I think I'm gonna continue with because let's face it, this is not gonna be like a. We're not gonna be doing this for much longer because this is gonna change. But yeah, so in terms of like dishes and stuff, I like was doing dishes. We were gonna set up my bookshelf. I was like trying to sort out my what do you call it? Like, right, none of these look like my bookshelf. These are wool ones. Oh, maybe it's this. Oh no, I don't know. The room is looking good. We did work on this last stream. If you weren't here last stream, we didn't finish this room because I had to go raid Mimi for her re-debut stream. This music is so loud, it's actually grating me a bit. Sorry. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, in terms of choosing dishes, I basically ended up settling on this stainless steel set that I liked. And when I went to finally buy it, they'd stopped selling it, which was devastating. So I ended up having to go for a different set that cost significantly more, and I was not happy about it. But it's okay. It's an expense, and I suppose it's a lifetime expense. I do have another saucepan. I will probably still use that one as well. But I don't know for how long, because I don't know. We had a different saucepan that I bought that was like a smaller one that I planned on using. But it ended up just like not lasting for some reason. Like we put it in the dishwasher once and the whole thing fell apart. This is another thing as well. I'm not gonna be able to have a dishwasher. Or at least I'm not gonna be able to have like a big dishwasher, which kind of has caused a bit of a problem. Because if you don't know, I really can't do the dishes, just due to just sensory issues. And so, before anyone panics, Paul is very aware of my issues, is very aware of my, like, undergoing current waiting list of a diagnosis, which is a whole, like, it's a whole story. Again, it's sort of more, we'll talk more about it at the time, but the main issue is obviously that I can't do the dishes, and I also can't do the laundry. So Paul is very aware of this, and he has been. We've got a plan in place to work around it, which will make sense at the time, I guess. I had different shelves. Where are they? I had really tall, like, IKEA shelves in this game a few weeks ago, and now I can't find them. Am I dumb? Where is it? Is it this? Is it this? Oh, is this what I'm missing? Yeah, this is it. But I don't want tall bookshelves because I don't have tall bookshelves. Welcome, Nat. Good to see you. Good to see you. I wonder if this game is sponsored by Funko Pops. I know. The dishes make a lot of loud noise, plus the touching of food, water, and other textures in it. Yes, very much. Thank you for the drink redeem. Nat, I will drink to that. So it's more the touching of food that isn't mine. I don't know how to explain it, like, because it's not, like, it's not even a sensory thing. The clattering sound of plates in water isn't actually too much of a problem for me. I just can't stand soaking my hands. I really struggle with showering and stuff as well, which is why I don't shower maybe as much as I should. Which, before anyone's like, oh, you're gross, I also don't sweat a lot because I don't drink enough. So as a result, I don't really, I've been told I don't smell, which is thanks. But like, you know, not a problem. I shower twice a week. I'm very on a routine with it. It used to be 3 times a week. My work routine just doesn't allow for it anymore. So it's just easier this way. But like, I have a whole... I'm just really struggling with talking about this now. But like, I don't know how to explain this. But yeah, no, like, I can't cope with being unnecessarily damp, if that makes sense. Like, I suppose the best explanation I could give was yesterday I was trying to make my dinner, and I picked up a pan and it had a bit of water in the handle and it like spilled out onto my arm. And then I tried to wipe it off on my jumper and it ended up spreading up my arm and I had like a meltdown. I was already having a meltdown as was, so I was just overstimulated in general. Could you imagine me trying to wash the dishes? Mind you, I used to work in food handling and it used to not be an issue, but for some reason I seem to have deteriorated over the last few years, which is not great. I'm not really sure what's going on there. There's also nothing I can really do about it, essentially, but like, you know, that's life, I guess. isn't the nicest way to go about it, because you want to be able to do these things, but I just can't even, like, the thought of trying brings me out in just upset and dismay. And I don't really know how to explain it other than that. Is the truth. But yeah, it's mostly just the food touching, to be honest. If I had to, like, put what I think it is, it's mostly just the food touching issue. Like, I just don't like the thought of food touching me in general. The smell, it's my main sensory issues are sound, touch, and smell. Those are my main ones. Visuals don't really seem to bother me too much, but like sounds, it tends to be like anything that makes kind of like ASMR sounds really bother me, which is ironic because if you look through my like TikTok, it's all ASMR stuff, and it's because I watch a lot of ASMR content without the sound because I love organizing videos and stuff, and I love watching people's like shower routines. Mina, don't say anything because there was a whole thing, but like that whole that's a whole thing. And then also what did I miss? Oh yeah, Net, welcome back. I got the house. So I will be moving at some point, but we got approval to rent the property, so I will be getting the house, which is very good news. Also to anyone that wasn't here at that announcement, we did get an approval, so we will be I've sent off our deposit, and I've sent off my forms, I've signed a load of shit, and I'm just waiting for some confirmation on my income source, and that's it. So yes, nice house, yes. So we will, another thing is we will at some point, maybe today if we're lucky, we will design, the new space, because I am gonna have an office, but we'll design the new space in this, game eventually. But yes, so, in terms of like, where was I going with this? I was talking about sensory issues. The dishes are just a lot. Sorry. I ain't gonna say much, but I understand your pain. For me, it's the noises. Yeah, it's to be honest, it's not just mostly the noises for me. It's just the thought of like just touching other people's food is too much. I'm not really one of those people that will eat off someone else's plate. It has to take a lot, like, it takes a lot for me to do it, and for the most part, I won't even do it with like a partner, if that makes sense. But like my family and stuff, I've been around for years, I won't do it. I share genetics with them, and I won't eat their food. They like leave some chips or something. Like if they were having, I don't really know how to say this, like, because I can't really think of my favorite food. But if they were eating like something and they had like a couple scraps of like a specific part of the food that they know I love, right? The automatic thing would be, do you want this? Absolutely not. I don't want to touch it. I don't even want to look at it. I don't want to watch you eat either. It's like that whole thing of like, don't come near me. Don't associate with me. Don't look at me. But yeah, no, it's not really a thing I can cope with, to be honest. So there's that. But the washing clothes thing is definitely the textures. The textures is too much for that. Like, it's just not doable. Like, the smell is overwhelming. The smell of other people's clothes and sweat and like just general stuff, that's too much. And then the other side of it is like the washing powder's too much. Like, I get a rash from doing it. I thought for the longest time that was like because I was allergic to something. Turns out it might actually just be like autism, but you know, like I said, like we're awaiting things. So yeah, right, where am I going with this? I'm really struggling to find a bedside table right now. None of these look right. I have an alcohol cabinet for a bedside table. Not literally, but like it looks like one. No, it doesn't even look like one. I keep my alcohol in there. None of these are right. I might just have to go for the... Oh, maybe that one. It's the wrong way round, though. Like, I've got a cubby underneath. We'll go with that. Go with that. Oh my god, why is the room so big? The room is ginormous. Why is it so big? I wonder, can I make it smaller without fucking everything up? This is more back here anyway. Is that gonna work? I don't think so. This is me just experimenting, by the way. Oh, go with that. Oh, I can lessen the size of the door as well. Because I would not say it's this big. Okay. It's also not really this tight, but I guess the bookshelf isn't this wide either. Oh, it is about that width though. Go with that for a minute. Just while I sort some things out. Sorry. I don't mind eating the food of others, but for the most part, I need to wear something over my ears to not go insane. This is the thing, is that I can't do that. That's the problem we're having, and this is why I've decided to seek out diagnosis, because my main issue is that I'm not really able to have things over my ears. Like, I like to do it when I'm at home, but my work environment just, it's not compatible with wearing, like, headphones, for example. I need earplugs, which they've allowed me for a while, but it would just be easier to explain if I had like a diagnosis, which is the main part. Also making adjustments in my workplace for me would mean a lot. So there's that. There's other things to it as well, but yeah. Question. Let's say you are outside and there's something shiny in the dirt. Would you put your hand into the dirt? Dry, not wet. Oh. Probably not. Probably not. No, because, no. No, I'm thinking about getting shit under my nails and I'm like, no. No, I wouldn't. If I couldn't kick it up with my shoe first, then, like, no. If I could kick it up with my shoe, then maybe. It depends. I just don't like feeling like residual. Like, there are some exceptions, obviously, but like, I don't really like feeling residual like sensations on my skin. Yeah, dry. Well, it's not. I don't know. If it's like really embedded in there, it depends. I don't know. It depends how curious I am. It depends how brave I'm being that day and how many spoons I got, I guess. If you turn out to be autistic, I'll be able to make a banger joke, bruh. If you're touch sensitive autistic, that's pretty normal for you to not like something over your ears. It's also a pain thing as well. Like, I really like sitting with my headphones on and like not really listening to anything and just like existing, you know? Like, I really enjoy that. But the issue is that long term I can't have headphones on because I've got like conch punches and stuff. So it's not so much like the sensation of it, it's that I've got things there in the way. Which, by the way, is actually like, I know I talk about my piercings a lot. I know people think like, well, if you've got piercings, like, do you not struggle with the like sensations? I do all the time. I really, really struggle with the sensations of my hair getting stuck in my earrings. It is actually like, it's my one thing that I really struggle with day to day. And it's not something I can really get around without taking my piercings out. And to be honest, that actually really overdrives it. It's like, doesn't matter how like overwhelmed I am, I'm like, no, I'm not taking them out. Mostly because I'm like hoping that one day I'll sort of get over it. Because some things I've found that I can eventually like get used to the sensation, but like this is just one thing that for some reason is really bothering me and it's not really stopping. So there's that going on, but you know, what can you do? That's a lot smaller, so we'll go with that. No, my room doesn't have this gap. I'm just trying to minimize everything so I can actually get this all in. I see. So we can rule out germophobia. Yeah, I'm not really bothered by germs. It's because I was explaining this to Mimi like a few weeks ago. Was that I literally cannot cope with washing the dishes. Like the idea of it brings me to genuine tears. Sometimes is washing the dishes or doing the laundry. Like the genuine just idea of how many sensations are going on just brings me to the brink of tears, and I want to scream and just like not. I will avoid it, which is a problem. So there's that. But like, I will quite happily be up to my elbows cleaning a toilet if I've got gloves on. Like, I'm not bothered by it. Like, I am not at all bothered by like germs. It's just a case of like, I just don't like feeling things. I don't know how to explain it other than that. Fair enough, fair enough. Hopefully it'll go the way you desire it to go. Yeah, it's really stressful. I've got like a whole thing. It's more just like it's getting to that point where I'm like really stressing about it. Oh. Okay. I'm really getting quite stressed about it because I'm like really worried they'll turn around and be like, no, because it would mean so like it would just I don't even want to think about it. Like to be honest, it like the idea of it not. It also, to be honest, it wouldn't make any sense. So realistically, like if they say no, I don't think you're autistic, I'm not gonna lie, I will probably seek out a further second opinion. Just because it's I've got so much evidence. I don't know how to explain it other than that. Also, another thing is that girls are less likely to be diagnosed with autism, especially if you're high masking, which, to be honest, I really don't know if I am or not, which is kind of why I want to see a professional about getting a diagnosis, because I'm like, if I am, could you, like, tell me on what level you think I am? Because I really... Some days I feel like I could pass as a regular person, and then some days I think I would pass as maybe a toddler. you know? you know? Right. Hang on. Okay, so I need to paint this wall. This wall. Oh. Okay, and now I will blueprint this and get rid of this. I don't need it. This is... Cool. I am really scared. It's a lot, like... It's really stressful. It's probably the one thing that stresses me out day to day. It's just when I'm struggling with something, I'm like... I just... It's hard, like, explaining to people that you think you've got a problem, but you're not 100% sure, but you're like 99% sure, but like you don't have anything to back it up with. Another thing I want to talk about is the fact that I have been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder as well. Like, I have got an official diagnosis for that. Finding that out alone was a huge weight off my shoulders, because now I could turn around to like my employer and stuff and be like, here's why I'm having these struggles, please understand me, you know. And I had a piece, like, it's a piece of paper, but I had a piece of paper to say, look, this person struggles maybe more than you're used to, and it meant a lot. However, there's always kind of been the autism there. Like, there's always been this kind of discussion of like, maybe this person has autism, but I think it's not really come into a conversation, because I think I am also like a bit of a kind of, how do I put it, I'm also very kind of conditioned, I guess, like many of the other general public, to think of autism as, you know, obviously the very stereotypical little boys that don't speak and just scream and like trains. It's that kind of like horrible, like, society has made me think that, so I can't accept it in myself. And it wasn't until like, I don't know, I don't really know when it kind of came out that there was probably something else going on there. I think when I got diagnosed with anxiety, the one thing the therapist that I'd been referred to said, when I finally ended my therapy sessions, because I was fine in the end, was that and I only had a limited time to do them, which was not great, was she turned around and she was like, oh, I'm glad that you're ending it, because I couldn't work out what your problem was, which was not helpful. I was like, nice, thank you very much, that's not helpful. It's like they diagnosed me with anxiety. They're like, yes, you very much have it, and we can see that. We just don't know where your triggers lie, so we can't help you. That was their basic response, and it was like, nice, okay, thank you. I just kind of ended up just not going to therapy after that, which is a very damaging, like, way to kind of go about, like, it's just very dismissive. I don't really know how to put it other than that. I'm back. How is everyone? Welcome back, Mimi. You are a toddler. Mina, you know what? Suck. Accurate. Yeah, that's kind of accurate. Before anyone asks about my purple bedside table, don't ask. I don't know what to tell you. I literally don't know why they chose this color to paint it, but my aunt made it, like, my aunt rescued it and redid it for me. I will be taking this bedside table cabinet with me when I move, and I will be painting it something else. And putting a different doorknob on it. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I get ya. I mean, if it's not autism, then, like, what is it? Insanity? Straight up, it's like, I genuinely would be like, okay, if it's not that, could you maybe explain to me what you think it is? The thing is, as well, I've also taken, I don't want to talk about this too much because I want to respect this person's privacy, but, like, my friend is getting kind of a PhD in, like, autism as a subject, and he's been super helpful with, like, informing me about how best to go about this and stuff, and he's been, like, behind me even before, like, I was even considering, like, before I worked where I do currently and felt the desired need to go forth with getting a diagnosis. He referred me to a really great, like questionnaire that's, you know, is backed up by several studies. I can't remember what it's called. I think it is the original ASD. AQ1? It's something like that. It's like, if you've gone through autism testing, you know what I'm on about, but there is, like, this questionnaire that you kind of need to follow that's like, do you struggle with things like sensations? Or do you find, like, you prefer to be on your own? That sort of questionnaire, the very generic one. It's actually based off a much larger one, which basically, if you take and you get a certain score, like, between, like, so many and 90 kind of thing, you're highly likely to be autistic and you should seek further advice, like getting a diagnosis. I took this test and received quite a high score, so that's why I've ended up like committing to getting a diagnosis. It was a lot, but it meant a lot in helping me kind of go forth with my life. But like I found that, you know, the general public in the nicest way are not so accepting to like self-diagnosis, which is fine, which is valid. And I'm not gonna sit here and debate about it, because realistically, in my opinion, not everyone has access to getting a diagnosis, and I understand why that's a struggle. So I'm not going to sit here and say whether self-diagnosis is the right thing or not. I think it can be damaging, but I think it, to many people, it's a tool of necessity. And, you know, people need to kind of look at both sides of it, but that's all I'm saying about it. From my perspective, I need a diagnosis because I can't continue with my life the way it is. I can't. Like, I can... If I don't continue doing activities often, I will stop doing them and I will not get the ability to do them back, and it's starting to cripple my life a bit. And that's why I'm seeking a diagnosis. So yeah, sorry. I do suck, I've noticed. You don't suck. Oh my god, now you need to make your new house in The Sims and decorate it. I've been doing that recently. As someone who can relate in many ways, I understand a lot of what you went through. The constant please just believe me, it's not all just in my head, I promise. Feeling is terrible. Yeah, it is. The struggle to just at least have a name and a tangible thing, a problem that you can identify but you just don't know. You can try to explain it but you just don't know. You feel the feeling is hard to put into words. You'll get there. It's gonna be okay one day. It's gonna be easier to deal with the problem that has a name. Yes, exactly. Thank you very much, Ratsagan. What the issue is that a lot of people don't seem to kind of take into consideration is the fact that without a name, how am I supposed to help myself? You know, like, I need a diagnosis to get a tangible name so that when I seek help, I have something to call it, if that makes sense. So, like, you know, obviously, like, for anxiety, being someone with generalized anxiety disorder, therapy didn't help, which means I am on medication, and the medication it changed my life. And this isn't me saying like medication would or wouldn't work for you. That is completely like your kind of journey in life to decide for yourself. However, like, I've talked about the fact that I've been on sertraline for several years, and it's meant that I could get a job and I could hold a job down, but that job is now becoming increasingly more difficult. There's been a lot of changes in my environment that I'm not coping with. There also is the issue of I keep getting moved around in my job and I don't cope with that very well. There's just a lot of things that kind of need help, and I need kind of something to back me up to say, like, look, like, I maybe need adjustments and I need a bit more, like, patience, if that makes sense, which is ridiculous, to be honest. In my opinion, I should be able to just turn around and say, look, I'm really struggling today, I need to maybe not, and that should be an acceptable thing to say, but it's not. So I need something to kind of back me up with that. Where the fuck is the flooring? There we go. Yeah, it's more just I need help is the short answer of it. I need like a long-term solution plan in place. Like, there needs to kind of be like, I need advice on how to manage what I'm going through, how to kind of explain to my employer and future employers how to manage what I'm going through. Shit like that, you know? Okay, accurate, right. Can I get a rug in here? Yeah, it's a hard one. Like, you don't want to sit here and say, like, I'm pretty sure I have this when you don't know. But, like, at the same time, like, I'm pretty sure it's pretty solid if it's not. the issue is like, obviously I'm against it. From what I understand and what I've seen online, it's like I'm up against it just based on the fact that I'm a girl, which is horrible. How am I supposed to fight a beast in the darkness? Illumination of the mind and knowledge is required to be on equal footing to fight tangible fool as an errant. Yeah. It's not even about defeating something. I'm never, like, if, you know, realistically, if I've got it, which I probably have, if it comes forth that, yes, I struggle with autism, it's never gonna go away. And to be honest, the loss of skills in my recent years has been terrifying, and I just don't know how to get any of that back. Because it's just not like I'm not living my life. I don't know. The house thing has been something to focus on and not really deal with the problem at hand. But it's like I've had 3 breakdowns over the last week, you know. Like I had a meltdown yesterday. I had several meltdowns yesterday over various things. Like I literally had a meltdown because my mother was stirring her pot of leftover stew. My mother was stirring something yesterday and it was making such a loud grating noise and the smell was so strong. I ran out of the room, left my dinner that I was like midway through unpacking, left my dinner, and I just ran out of the room and came upstairs and sobbed. Like I just couldn't cope with it. And then when I finally went downstairs, I was already so heightened and overwhelmed that every little crumb I stood on in the kitchen just invoked just this just feeling of just not wanting to exist anymore, you know? I don't know how to describe it other than that. And then I got wet and it was just like, man. is I think I'm gonna go with this one because it's kind of like, it looks a bit like the one I've got. Wait, how do I rotate? There we go. What the why is it green? Just green. Did I click the right one? I clicked that one, right? Why is it just green? What is happening? Why is it one solid color? There's supposed to be multiple colors. Why green? Oh well. I mean, it's not too far off what it actually is. It's more like a minty green color. Okay. Sorry. Also, sorry for my own yap session. Just seeing you struggling, I see it myself a lot. No, I appreciate it. It's just nice to talk about it sometimes, but I feel like I really shouldn't talk about it. Like, I really try not to talk about it. That's the problem. I've got a whole entire, like, notes app just full to the brim of things that I struggle with that I think might be autism. It's huge. But yeah, indeed it's a beast that you will never defeat, but you'll be on equal footing. That's the best you can do. You know, you can contact me if you need to talk and get it out. I appreciate it, Mina. It's just like one of those things where you kind of just don't want to talk about it until you know, sort of thing, because you don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say all this stuff and say how I'm feeling without knowing. I don't know how to explain it other than that. Anyway, we should stop talking about it. But, like, I would like to stress that we've talked about this before, and I did think about this, and I've just remembered that I have spoken about this before. Obviously, we've talked about the fact that I did talk about the kind of autism side of my life with the, like, actual, like, giving the kind of, because someone asked in my Discord if I could talk about it, or at least, like, give a, like, longer story to it, and I did. And in that, I kind of addressed the fact that Paul is likely to become my carer because we will live together. And I don't want to say carer because I can function, but I can't do things like go to the shops by myself. I can't do my laundry. I can't wash dishes. I can cook. I can clean. I just can't, you know, I don't look after myself. I won't, if I was left to my own devices, I wouldn't feed myself, if that makes sense. Like, so I can't be on my own. And there's other, like, there's more to this story, and I don't want to talk about it too much because I need to kind of address things first, but it's like, you know, yeah, I'm just gonna stop talking about it. But yeah, it's like, I'm not gonna be on my own, if that makes sense. One of the things I'll tell you that happened after you are confirmed prepared, that a lot of people ask you if you're math genius. I'm not. I can do algebra, no problem, but like everything else I can't. Like, no, I failed math. Irony is, and this is where like I think the kind of thing comes up that I'm like, I'm not sure. I failed math first time round by 3 points, but like, you know, GCSEs I was up against it. I passed the second time, no problem, but I don't know where the math genius stuff comes from, you know? Because I've heard that before, and I'm like, is that real? I will say, though, I watched a really great thing yesterday, and it was... And I recommend people look this up. I actually do recommend it, because I think it's a bit... Because it's marketing, I'm not gonna lie, it is an advert, but, like, it is... So, Vanish... If you don't know what Vanish is, I don't know if it's outside of the UK, but Vanish is basically a laundry detergent brand. They did a whole campaign, an advertisement on autism, and mainly autism in females and how clothing can relate to that. And they did a whole ad campaign on it. And it was the most relatable, accurate, like, visual, just... It's the most accurate piece of media to autism I think I've ever seen. Like, when I tell you how much I related to Ash the girl in the video, like, I can't even. Like, the sad thing is that obviously as well, in that video, she's very clearly, like, most likely being diagnosed, because there's a lot of adjustments made for her. Or at least, like, the school she goes to has made adjustments. Because they have a sensory room. Like, what school has a sensory room? My school didn't. And it's a lot. It's, I will say there are a lot of, like, screaming matches in it, so just be aware that if you're sound sensitive, just be aware of that. But, like, I can't explain how accurate and just how much that fucking advert, like, meant to me. I know a lot of people are a bit, like, on edge about it, though, because obviously it is advertising a laundry detergent brand, but, like, it's not the sort of advert that would have been played on a TV, if that makes sense. Like, it's not, it's too long. It's, I don't know how to explain it, but they are, like, limited to a certain amount of time, and this advert was quite long. But it, like, it had a lot of good parts of it, and it just, it was, I appreciated it. But, like, if you want to know kind of what I struggle with, or, like, a lot of it was in that, but, like, in that as well, I think she was a math genius, and she was quite creative, and it's like, I could go with the creative side of it. I couldn't really relate to the math genius side of it. I'm not good at math. Sorry. Oh my god, I can only do algebra 2. Ha! Let's go, Mimi. I can only do algebra. Oh yeah, we got the Vanish here too. At least they did some research. It'd be much worse if they did it and were also insensitive and just plain old wrong. Yeah, I mean, I've seen adverts like that in relation to autism, but, like, the it was just, like, nice seeing, like, female representation. I don't know how, like, I don't want to say that in, like, a feminist way, like, in a, like, oh, it was nice seeing, like, a woman for once. No, it was good seeing for once, like, what kind of because people miss autism in girls a lot. Like, it's very obvious. Like, that, in fact, that ad campaign recognizes it as well. They also had a whole exhibit to go with it as well, but I don't think it's available anymore. It was like, I think back in 2023. But the it was just nice because it kind of showed that, you know, autism isn't just screaming and throwing tantrums. Like, yes, she does it in the video, but like, it's more than that, especially for girls, because we're more likely to mask and be able to go to things like public education. But one thing that really like stuck out to me was she was in the corridors, and as well as like the fact that she constantly was picking up on people tapping their pencils and stuff. I really I was like, oh my god, I hate that sound. But the big thing was like, she got bumped in the hallway, and her automatic thing was, I got pushed, and people were like, was it on purpose? And she's like, I don't know. I get that. I was beat around the fucking corridors in my school. Like, not even like sometimes it was a little push, sometimes it was a full on. I got socked in the face once in the corridors, and both times, absolute meltdown. It was the end of my fucking world. And it was just good. It was just nice seeing, like, you know, it's like, yeah, this is how little things can set you off. It's like, it was a good representation of the little things. And I think that's what kind of matters. This is kind of hard to fill when there's only so many books. Why do these ones look like they're fucking each other, you know? And they were roommates. Sorry. Yeah, it was a good video. I do recommend, if people don't know what I'm talking about, look up the Vanish autism ad. It's very, very good. I wouldn't normally recommend an advertising, especially not for Vanish. I'm not gonna lie, like, Vanish is fucking expensive here. But like, their campaign really meant a lot to me, and I just want to say that. I don't really watch a lot of like media when it comes to like autism and stuff. It's not really my sort of thing. But yeah, it just came up because it was female autism, and apparently that's my current interest on TikTok. Right, what am I doing? I need more plants in here because I've got more plants. Oh, trying to make this accurate. Right, I have a big old monstera, which, by the way, I want to talk about my monstera real quick. There we go. My monstera fun fact, right? Maybe that one. My monstera, right, lives off a diet of the scraps and the emptiness of my Pepsi cans. So if I've drank, like, I drink nothing but Pepsi Max, right? I literally, like, don't, like, I try not to drink. Well, I try to drink other things. I struggle with it. But I mainly live off Pepsi Max. What happens quite a lot is that I'll leave a can somewhere and forget about it. And so I'll end up with loads of, like, half full cans. So my monstera ends up being the dumping pot for all those because, you know, I can't be bothered to pour it down a sink. And I'm not gonna lie, that monstera, right, it used to be fed on like a diet of nothing but water, right? And it never grew any leaves, and for like ages it did not want to grow any leaves. I started pouring Coke in it because I was like, if it dies, it dies. It's not really like doing anything right now. Started feeding it Pepsi. The fucking thing, like, I can't tell you how many leaves it's got on itself now. There are so many leaves. It's grown so much. It's not like it's a pretty bushy one, but it's not like the leaves aren't huge. I don't think that's to do with the Coke, though. I think that's just due to the fact that it's very, very pot bound. I've never taken it out of its nursery pot. I just don't have the room to at this time. But in my new place, I will. Alright, I'm just rubbing my eye. Sorry. This plant is powered by Pepsi Man! What the fuck am I hearing? I'm sorry. I think Vanish probably saw the autism market and were like, oh, we can make money off that, and probably wanted to just wing it. And someone who actually knows a thing or two was like, we should do it right because this could really fuck us over if we do it wrong. Yeah, I mean, I think so, but I think they were kind of trying to, what they were trying to do is like, they're trying to kind of market on the fact that for a lot of people with autism, well, I'm including myself in this, but like our clothing and how important the right textures of our clothing is means like it can matter a lot. It can be the difference between having a good day where you have enough spoons to just do the basic task, and it can mean like, you know, not being able to do anything. So clothing and textures really matter. For me, it's mainly my sweaters, like I wear like sweatshirts, I wear like hoodies, I wear like very cotton based like stuff. I don't really like, if it's not cotton, it's acrylic. It tends to be one of the two. I don't really wear a lot of like other textures, and if I do, I notice a difference. So what they were kind of trying to advertise was using Vanish to like prolong the life of your, you know, your clothing kind of thing. And I think they did a really good job, but you know, I'm just talking right now. Sorry. Everyone's like freaked out by the fact that I feed my like plant Pepsi, aren't they? Is that what's going on? Apologies, but also like, what did you expect, you know? I don't know. It like, for some reason my plant, it like, when I tell you how good this plant is, it's like, I've seen people with monsteras that barely get 3 leaves on it, and when I tell you this thing has like 1, 2, I can't even count them, it has so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 leaves. All alive. Crazy. It does not look like this. It's a lot bigger. Might have been done a good job, but sadly it's just so they can advertise to you. They don't actually give a shit. I don't know. I don't really know, like, it's not really, I don't know. I don't want to defend them because obviously, like, I don't know enough about it to defend it. But there is, like, the side of me that's a bit like, I don't think it was an advert made to just advertise Vanish, if that makes sense, because realistically, like, the ad placement of the Vanish was, like, 2 seconds in the clip, right? And also, that clip was about, like, the ad itself was about 3 minutes long, which is too long for an ad break amount. It's too long. So, yeah. I mean, it's, you know, it's up to you. If you want to watch it and just decide for yourself, I think it would be a good shout. But it is, I think a lot of people are right in the fact that they relate a lot to it. I related a lot to it, like, but it was also a bit depressing on the same wavelength. I won't lie. Like, it was a bit depressing seeing, like, a visual representation of the things you struggled with in school, but seeing how literally just having a bit more understanding would have gone a long way. And it breaks me a little bit just to think about, like, how much I got and still do get, like, so much, just, you know, I don't know, I don't want to talk about it anymore. But yeah, it's just a lot. Right, can we get some books on here? Because I got a lot of books. I got a lot of books on this bookshelf. For anyone that's curious, by the way, I am making my bedroom, my, like, current bedroom that I'm streaming in. I will make the office space at some point. If we've got time. I think we do. In all honesty, though, will that advert make me go out and buy Vanish products? Probably not, because I've also seen their false advertising. And let's just say, like, they used to have a product called, like, Vanish 60 Seconds, where they promised, like, stain removal in 60 seconds of any kind. And I'm pretty sure both I and I think it was Watchdogs tried it, and it didn't work. Doesn't matter what helpful thing they advertise, it's all to either bring up sales or to make themselves look good. They can be as accurate as they want, but probably only the person who was filming it cared. The big cats behind it just want to bring money in. Remember, it has to be approved, and it doesn't bring money in or make your company look better. It's almost always an automatic deny. Yeah, and I think that's just the state of advertising in general, but, you know, I don't know. You kind of just gotta hope that they donated some money at some point, but... Also saw the false advertising. Yep, there is. Yeah, well, that was a different ad campaign, to be fair, and that was just like that 60 seconds thing, but... Yeah, it's up to you to decide. Like, it's, you know, it's... To me, yeah, I don't think anyone can deny it's a bit scummy that, like, advert... Like, oh, wow, I've got instrument. Ooh, cool. I've got things I can put here. Cool. Okay. Can I put this on the wall? Yes. Can I put this on the wall? Please, let me put it on the wall. Okay, cool. Yes, before anyone asks, yes, I have both of these. Yes, this is actually my bedroom. Yes, I have 2 guitars on my wall. Will I ever play them for you? No. Are they just for decorative purposes? No, I do actually play them, but I've lost my wobble lever on my electric guitar, and I'm pretty annoyed about it, and I'm just hoping that when I move I can find it, because it's actually, like, missing. I think it's about that color. That one's not really that color, it's more of a orange. It's one of those generic, like, starter guitars. Play Harry Potter, Mimi. What the fuck? Usually when people see that someone has a guitar and can play it, the first thing people say is like, can you play Wonderwall? Which is like, yes, I can, but like, I'm not going to. Fuck off. I also keep my broken amp up here. Oh, that's actually quite accurate to how small it is. I also keep my records on top of this, but we're not going to do that right now. Although it's got a record player, which is cool. I don't have a record player at this time. Right. Where are we sticking the microphone? This is tiny. That is not... That's not a fucking microphone. Where's the RGB microphone? Excuse me. Why is that one RGB? Ugh. Why not this one? Is this one RGB? No. Fuck. Right. It's a lot fucking bigger than this. Okay. I'm gonna make it quite big because I need it to stretch over before anyone like is like, what the fuck, why is your mic so big? It's just so it, oh my god, can I not fit it on this properly? Okay, you're just gonna have to use your imagination because it like, it sits back here and like comes over my monitor like this. Oh, is that what's happening? Comes over my like monitor like this, kind of in the corner bit, but like, we're gonna have to put it here because else it's not gonna reach. Which isn't accurate because this is where I keep my Xbox, but... Oh, why? I didn't realize how warped it looked. Lol. Oopsie. I might just have to change that, but never mind. Okay. So, well, just... Oh, God. Or do Smoke on the Water. I had an ex-boyfriend that could play that. And yes, it's the same ex-boyfriend that was horrible to me. Actually, that could be all of them. My first boyfriend, who was horrible to me. The second one was also awful. Do you have an RGB mic? I do. Yeah, I've got, so my microphone is it's a Fifine one. I don't know what version though. But it's the Fifine one. It's the one with the RGBs at the back, not on the mic itself. I like it. It's nice. I literally bought it to stream with because I used to have an actually better microphone. I used to have a really good microphone. But the problem was that it sometimes like kind of plugged in weird and would make horrible static noise, and I just didn't want to risk that in the middle of a stream. So your girl got a different one. So I've got one that works slightly better. And to be honest, this one's so much easier because, like, you know, if no one can hear me on stream, I just go into my settings and select Fifine microphone. Like, it's so simple. Whereas the other one, like, it was like a ball ache trying to get it to recognize it. I was like, oh. Right. Yoda's sick, thank you. Is it obvious? I really hate corporates. Harry Potter and Sorcerers, we got a big guitar. JasperWackx and the Chamber of Strings, JasperWackx and the Goblet of Guitar Picks. I don't have a goblet of them. I have like a glass box. JasperWackx and the Order of the Andersons music. I actually have like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like a prolific guitar player or anything. Yeah, I have 2 guitars, but like one's like a kiddie like starter guitar that I've had since I was a child, and the other one's like a Gear for Music guitar, which, you know, have your opinions on, keep them to your fucking selves. I also have headphones, but they just sit. So, can I just get a pair that just sit? I don't sit them here. I sit them on my, like, they are always resting here. So maybe that. Oh, where'd it go? They are not black. They are actually black and blue. Oh, actually, they are kind of... Right, what color is it going to do it? Oh, it's the whole thing. Okay, we'll just do... Yeah, I know. Before anyone also comments on it, yes, I'm very aware of the fact that this adds to the thing about, like, this is what I mean by my family think for some reason that I like the color blue. Is that I have a blue guitar and I have blue headphones. It's like, yeah, and a blue plant pot. To be honest, I don't know where the blue stuff kind of came from. It just kind of happened one day. Oh wait, we'll do that one because it's like that on the inside, and then do that. Or is it going to be an RGB one? Oh. They're not RGB though is the thing. They're not like, they are just blue. They don't like, they're not RGB like all this. This is all like pretty accurate to what it looks like on my desktop. Except this is also RGB. But the headset is actually just solid blue like LEDs. Okay. How are we doing? Do we have a games console? Is that a thing I can put in here? I'm blue. JasperWackx and the half step down Prince, JasperWackx and the Definitely Metals. I'll go with that last one. Right. Can I get a fat game console or no? Let's see. No, it's the answer. Okay, let's try this. Oh, who's texting me at this time of day? Oh, it's probably my boss, actually. Oh. Yeah, it's my boss. Yes, my boss texts me on Facebook Messenger, don't ask. None of these are accurate. So maybe we just go with this. Oh my god, that's ginormous. Are you joking? That's not what it looks like. I have an Xbox 360, for anyone curious. But it doesn't seem to have one of those, so we're just gonna have to make do with this old boy. Make it blue. Go with that. I do not have one of these. I have an Xbox 360, not a fucking whatever that is. Okay. Can I get some anime figures? Is that a thing? Is there a potential to have anime titties on my desk? Please. It would be so cool. Help a girl out. Hi, boss. Hello, boss. Everyone say hello to my boss. Oh, I should do the posters in the back as well. Shouldn't I? None of these look like the posters on my wall. That one kind of looks like it. That's huge. What the fuck? Oh, maybe not. Okay, just imagine there's a huge printout of Peter Capaldi, the, like, 12th Doctor on my wall, because that's what's behind me. No, I'm not joking. That's genuinely what's behind me. He looks at me every night when I... I'm not finishing that. I'm not fucking finishing that. I'm not giving you fucking any fucking ideas. I do have a lamp behind me, but it's not like it's like one of those 3D like LED ones. So we'll just put a moon back here because that's kind of close to what I've got. No, it's not. I have Sigma from Overwatch there, but I don't play Overwatch anymore, so it's kind of void, which is a bit of a shame. Hi, Jasper. Hi, Crimson. Welcome, 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 welcome. Xbox 360 is part of a DLC called Ancient Consoles. Are you joking? Oh my god, I'd cry. It's not ancient. That was my fucking childhood. How dare you? Prophet Crimson is here. Welcome. We appreciate having our lawmaker in chat. Although I think that was a team effort, wasn't it? I don't think we're gonna get around to starting the new office yet. Or maybe we should, and I'll just get some rough ideas out. Right. None of this is anime titties, and I am upset. To be fair, I've just got loads of crap on this desk at the minute. But that's because I'm moving, so... I'm in the process. It's happening. I do, however, actually, I'm not gonna lie, I actually do have a crow, like, a Halloween crow on my desk. I rescued him from the street. Like, I felt really bad for him. I carried him home despite the fact that he was really wet and sticky, and it actually, like, really upset me because, like, sensory, but, like, I carried him home, and I bathed him, and I, like, it's not a real crow, by the way, this is a, like, a polystyrene one, and I cleaned him up, got him all fixed up, and then I, like, went to the craft store and got new feathers and fluffed him out a bit, and now he sits on my desk with a penguin I also got at Christmas. Someone had like thrown him out and like he was just in the street and I just felt bad for him. I'm just putting those there because I don't think I'll be able to find what actually is here, which is just like acrylic drawers. I find it interesting that they don't have, because I would have thought that's quite a normal thing to have in people's rooms, like those acrylic drawer sets. Game makers, if you're watching this, we get like those mini acrylic drawers because I have those. I also have a bin next to my bed, my desk. I have a like vintage Barbie bin. I'm not joking. It's pink and everything. I've had it since I was like tiny, and yeah, it's a perfectly fine bin. I still use it every single day. I am actually. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. How do I undo? Control Z. I was gonna say. There we go. Crap I have in my bin. Anyway, it is not this neat either. It's a very messy room. Think I can get some anime titties up in here? I don't think so. Alright. I shouldn't laugh, Jasper, but oh my. Oh. The 360 was elite. It still is. What the hell? No anime. I mean, I have one Funko Pop, much to my dismay. My sibling got it for me for Christmas, and I didn't have the heart to tell them that I actually hate Funko Pops and I don't want anything to do with them. So, never mind. I'm also gonna put my bunny here. If it'll let me. Fucking hell. I have a bunny that I've had since I was tiny, and I'm going to recreate her. Her name's Bun, and I love her, and she used to be pink, but I've loved her for so long that she's not pink anymore. I've also got loads of dream catchers above my bed. I also have shelves above my bed. Maybe I should put those on, actually. Do like one here and one here. Even though this isn't at all what they look like, and they are actually like a lot darker. I don't know, that's accurate. It's the right brown, I guess. Or is that like supposed to be the acrylic drawers? Oh, I don't know. No, that's a shelf. Okay. Whatever. I doubt they'll have anime titties. I got Dreamcatcher too. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the fucking things. Where was I? Where were they? Where are you? And I'm so sorry. Are we gonna put all 5 on that? I don't think so. I think I might. Oh, I might put like 1 because I don't think I'll fit the others. But there's like 1 here. They're all hanging off the bottom of these shelves. But there's 1 here. There's 1 here. Well, no, there's 2 here. There's 2 here, and there's another 1 at the end. So maybe just stick another 1 over here as well. Yes, I know, I could make them smaller, but like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. I'm not playing games. I also need a pencil pot, because that's what I've got. I have a mug with pencils in it. Oh, maybe I should put my drawing. So I write my diary and I have a drawing. Not a drawing. I do have a drawing tablet, but I have a pencil and paper. What do you call that? And a sketch pad. There we go. There you go. And then there we go. Oh, I should put my work bag down here, shouldn't I? Let's do my, like... Alright, what do we have here? None of this. But I do have my work bag that I just kind of sling on the floor. It does not look anything like that. It's one of those, like, hippie, like, sling bags. It's, like, multicolored. I don't really know what to tell you. We'll just go with green because I don't really want to sit here and go through them all. Okay. None of these. Nope. Nope. My headphones are starting to hurt. I would not have a Coke. I would have a Pepsi here. We'll change that to black because I would have a Pepsi Max. And then... we'll pretend these are my mango fucking strips because your girl eats a ton of mango, fucking dried mango. I need a dream catcher. Would recommend Mimi. Jasper, why do you have so many dream catchers? Jasper, because my life is a nightmare. Fair. Yeah. Accurate. God. Fuck. Good fucking lord. Right, I have a lot more plants than this. What the fuck is this? What is going on? I'm not gonna be able to put all the plants because I keep them on the windowsill, but... I have a peace lily. So we'll stick that there and it will act like my peace lily. But I don't have a plant up there. I have a lot of succulents though, so maybe we'll stick a succulent at the back here, seeing as I've got no animatedies. I've got no animatedies to fill the void. Maybe I'll do, actually. There we go. And then no anime. I want anime though. Give me anime. Give me some titties. Fuck. Where was it? These. Okay. See if we can get some bigger than here. I don't own any of these. Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna cry. But they're like the centerpiece of my entire bedroom. Are you kidding? Sad. I should put some garlands though, because I've got quite a few garlands in my room. Oh, I actually do have those, ironically. I have like a Halloween garland going on. Yeah, I don't think there really is anything else I can do here because it's got nothing, I think. Do you want to put a lamp in here? We'll put a lamp in here. Throw a lamp in there. Net redeem drink anything you net. I will drink to that. That's the end of it. No more Pepsi Max for me. Give me some titties. Just release tickets to dinner. I need dream catchers so I can catch some real dreams. Wait, that sounds so sad. Stop. I'm sorry. God. Oh, is that one of those corner lamps? Oh, I got excited then. I really want one of those. I think I might, like, do something like that, maybe. This is gonna be a candle. Oh, I don't have... I have, like, a Himalayan, like, salt lamp, but, like, not, like, one of the just rock ones. Which, by the way, I'm a bit curious that they don't seem to have one of those on here, but, like, it's not really, like, a whole rock. It's, like, loads of different rocks in a, like, holder. So maybe we'll just do one of these and just kind of change the color to white, because for some reason it's white. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I've got figurines up here and collectibles and shit. Like, I've got all my Doctor Who and Atlantis stuff up here. I've got all my snow globes along here and all my wolf stuff. Yeah, you'll have to use a lot of creative freedom because I think this is the most accurate it's gonna be. Maybe, do I have, like, a small, like, plastic Tupperware, like, shelving unit? I think I did. I think there was something like that in here, wasn't there? See if I can find it. If I would be so lucky. Maybe this. I think there was something like that, wasn't there? I don't know. I don't think I'm looking in the right place for it. Do this. We'll do one of these. No, this isn't what's here, but... Okay. And I keep all my perfumes and stuff on this. But clear, so we'll do that. And then it's ink because it's from when I was a kid, and I keep all my DS games in here. This is where I keep all my DS games. Yeah, this is pretty... This makes me really sad. This is genuinely, like, pretty accurate to what my room looks like. There's obviously, like, the... Wait, can I get rid of all this? So, there's obviously the, like... Oh my god, can I, like... Wait, how do I get out of here? Okay, this is pretty accurate to what my room looks like, actually. Like, this is a wardrobe that doesn't have my clothes in it. This wardrobe does. This is my, like, clothing. This is where I keep my clothes. This is obviously what I stream on. This is what you're, like, what I'm looking at right now. Like, what you're hearing me on. That whole fun story time kind of thing going on. And then my bed. And then, like, my bedside table. To be honest, the bed isn't this big. It's actually, like, a small double. So I got that going on for me. Yeah. Fun. I'm excited. I don't know. It's just like, it is a bit like sad in a way that this is gonna be not how it's gonna be for much longer. Like, at some point it's all gonna get like shelled out and taken and gone to a new place, and I'm excited about it, but it's also bittersweet because it's like, this is my room and it has been for the last 2 years, but it's not been my room for like ever. Like, my old room, like, I was pretty broken up when I had to move out of my little room. I didn't have to, I could have stayed in it, but it just, like, it wasn't doing space for me anymore, so the opportunity to go into the bigger room was much desired, so... But yeah, this is kind of sad, I don't know, it's just sort of sad to think that this isn't gonna be how it is for anymore, you know? But yeah... Nah, it isn't... Oh, wait. I don't really have dreams, and I prefer it that way because I only have 3 types of dreams: nightmares, insanity, and the ones that make me question if it was real or not. That isn't sad, it's the truth, lol. I've been having weird ass dreams, fair. Oh look, someone got bought a DS. No, I won't get into the DS run. I was very fortunate. I think I've heard that story, Mimi. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I think I am gonna actually wrap it up there, to be honest. I know that I said about like building the new room, but realistically, like I think if I start, I won't really stop, and I'm kind of like, I'm getting tired, dudes. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's been a long conversation. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a bit sad, I guess. It's kind of made me reflect on a lot, I suppose. And that's always good. Add a DS, bruh. You sounding mega sleepy, to be fair. Yeah, I am a bit. I'm a bit like, oh, my energy's kind of gone. And I just kind of want to curl up into bed. To be honest, I was really overstimulated this morning, and I ended up just like kind of like riding through it, I guess, to do stream and to get shit done, which is why I was so late, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I got home from work and I just sat on my bed in the darkness because my curtains were still drawn for a bit, because I just couldn't cope with the idea of doing anything for a minute. Just needed time to like sort of reset myself, and then I got up and showered, and then I realized what time it was, and I was like, oh shit, it's 11 o'clock now and I've still got to do this form, and I don't think I'll have time to do it afterwards, which, looking at the time, I would have 100% had time, but like it was just easier getting it done sooner rather than later. But yeah, so sorry. Jasper, I think you should take a photo of your room and keep it, something you might never see again. If the parents use it for something, it might help you feel like you're bringing home with you. Yeah, I will definitely do that. Like, I've got photos of my old room as well, like, not even from when, because to be honest, that room went through some major changes over the years, but like I have photos from when it was like my childhood bedroom, like when it had my childhood bed in it, and like it was set up like that, which I had to change it from that because it just didn't have the best airflow, we'll just say that. But yeah, it's like, this is a bit sad, I don't know. It's sad. I don't know. I'm not too fussed about it, to be honest. This room doesn't... If you couldn't tell from the way the decor is, this room isn't my choice of decor at all. Like, the walls, the, like, wallpaper, the curtains, the fact that everything, for some fucking reason, is fucking blue. It, like... I don't have much kind of freedom in this space to kind of decorate it how I want. And it also portrays a part of me that isn't accurate. Like, when I don't think I've talked about this before, but like my friend Paul, when he first came over for the first time, when like we kind of first became close, he was shocked. He said, like, he kind of relayed to me that he was like shocked by my room, and I was like, why? And he's like, to be honest, I was expecting more skulls and like dead things, you know, because I'm quite like gothic IRL. And he was like, I was fully expecting like, I'm not even gothic, I'm just a bit more alternative. And he's like, I was expecting more like gothic shit. And I was like, oh, yeah, no. It's like, I would like to have that, but it's not, you know, I wasn't allowed to choose the decor of this room. Like, it was a whole thing. Like, my mother knew I was coming into this room, and this room was decorated like differently to how my sibling had it before. And my mother literally knew I was coming into this room and decided to decorate it how she wanted it. Cause her argument was, well, you're not going to be in it for very long. That was 3 years ago. So, not a conversation I wanted to have at the time, but never mind. But yeah, it's gone through it, you know. Bad. Anyway. Right. I'm just gonna save the game as well, just in the background. You want skulls? I have some I can give. I would appreciate skulls, yeah. Hand them over. I'll take them. Sorry, the game's like frozen in the background. Oh, okay. It like crashed. Lol. It's crashed again, but never mind. Well, keep us up to date on everything as how everything goes. I will, yeah. I don't know what will kind of. I don't know how long things are gonna take now because they kind of said to us like 5 days, 3 days ago, and I don't know if the 5 days was in kind of the idea that we would have the paperwork ready by the end of the day, or if it was like how long they reckoned we would take to do it, that kind of thing, or how long they were going to let us take to get it done. But we've got it done for the most part, so it's just a case of like just waiting because we signed the tenancy lease, or I think we did. No, we signed the tenancy agreement, which basically is saying like I won't paint the rooms without permission, that sort of shit. And we signed that, and then we signed well, I've signed the like right to rent lease stuff. So I've got that waiting approval, and I've also paid for the holding deposit, so it's all done sort of thing, but like it's just a matter of waiting until we get the go ahead, which is really stressful, like really, really stressful, because it's just like I'm just waiting for things to be like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, guys. There is a part of me that thinks this might all fall through at the last minute. There are a lot of things that could go wrong. And I don't know. I just think that there is a part of me that's like, if this falls through, how the fuck am I supposed to proceed in the future? You know, because it's just like this working means that we can do it, kind of thing. And yeah, it would mean a lot, but we'll see. Okay, which skull's Fred and which one's Frank? um, but I wish you the best of luck in your new adventure. Yes, thank you. Also my favorite episode with Peter Capaldi was with the 2D monsters. Pretty good one. I just love Peter Capaldi. He was my favorite Doctor. I grew up watching Doctor Who, and it was like I grew up during David Tennant's time, and then obviously like I watched more of Matt Smith's episodes, to be honest, but Peter Capaldi was 10 out of 10 my favorite. Like I just that man. Probably accurate as to the reason why I like Daddy so much, but like he's great. And another thing, if you're not sure who Peter Capaldi is, obviously like you've never seen Doctor Who. Peter Capaldi, like he was in a lot. He was in some people might have seen, like there was a film that I talked about recently that he was in like a long time ago. I don't remember what it was called, but if you know Lewis Capaldi, which I think most people across the world do, I'm pretty sure they are actually related. I don't think that's like a just a common name or anything. I think they are related to some extent. I know that he was in a music video of one of his. I don't know enough about it, to be honest. I don't like Lewis Capaldi's music. He's a lovely guy, but it's like his music is so flat. I'm sorry. Not my style. If you're into it, by all means, but like obviously like not my style. I like Falling in Reverse and stuff. That's the kind of music I'm into. I will find you a skull one day, thank you. I'm hoping that we can paint the house. That's the main thing that like it's kind of like I'm just like, one, I hope that we can get a wall bracket for the TV up. And two, I'm hoping that we can paint at least the living room and the bedroom. Those are the two main rooms that I'm hyper focused on painting right now. For anyone says like, but what about your office? The office is like, if they don't want me to paint that room, it'd be a bit silly, but like it's I'm not actually sure how I want to decorate the office yet. Which I was like, is part of the reason why I'm ending the stream where I am and I'm not like doing it, because I am actually I haven't really thought about it, like how I want to do it. I know one thing I would like to do is make it more of a like safe sensory space, I guess. That's kind of what I want to do with it, but we'll see how that goes, sort of thing. It's also going to be where I keep all my like collectible stuff, like for my like interests, like my hyperfixations, like all my Atlantis stuff, all my anime figures, all my like Monster High shit, all the stuff that like I could talk about for hours. That sort of stuff, it's all going to be put in there, so it's probably going to be a space like built for that kind of stuff. But yeah, but in terms of like painting everything, the thing is, I want to be able to, but there is a high chance they will say no, for the pure reason of, I'm pretty sure the landlord recently had the place painted, because obviously they've had like loads of refurbishments. I just hope they say yes. Because man, everything's gonna be green. It's gonna be so much green when I tell you how much green there's gonna be. Oh my god, I can't wait. The other thing is, I hope they say yes to me painting it green, because I actually don't have a lot of like green kind of things to go in there, if that makes sense. Like, I've mostly just black and gold, because those are like the accent colors I was going for. And which means that if they don't let us paint it green, I might be fucked. Because that kind of like defeats like the whole like, fuck, it's gonna be white and black, which isn't a bad look, but it's not my look, if that makes sense. But we'll see. I'm just hoping that if they don't want us to paint it, it's just a case of like, we don't want you to paint it for the first like, say like 6 months or something, and just like see how you get on. Because I guess the other thing is like, I suppose they wouldn't want us to like paint it and then like move immediately. So greenify, exactly. I remember seeing a purchasable unicorn skull. Okay, and I was like, oh, if I had to spend money, fairs. But yes, I will greenify everything. Everything will be green. I love green. Green is my favorite color. Dark forest green is my favorite color. Black is my second favorite. Well, fun fact, actually, my second favorite color is yellow, but green and black and gold, because I am actually a silver girly. Like, when it comes to wearing like outfits, my color palette is black and silver. Not really much variation to that. Mostly because my hair usually brings the color in, because I dye my hair all sorts of colors. But for the most part, in terms of outfits, it's mostly just black and black and silver, and maybe a pop of color somewhere in a t-shirt or a pair of shorts if I'm feeling it. But in terms of like my decor choices, it's green. It's green all the way. Green all the way. Like, I'm very much like dark academia, my bread and butter, you know? Gold? Oh shit, you use it. So my use of gold on your Hero Forge model was a good decision. Yeah, like, to be fair, the gold isn't like, I don't think the gold is like a huge focus on my model or anything. I was definitely going for more the like dark academia with the model choice. But like, I think it actually kind of fell a bit flat. To be honest though, I think I would like to make we'll probably end up in future making kind of the streams a bit more kind of in that gothic like alternative style, but not right now. But that's mostly actually because I actually was quite limited with what I could do in terms of the model, because obviously like there were a lot of moving parts and I had to kind of take that into consideration with like adding things like accessories. So like, for example, there was supposed to be a lot more piercings on my model, but like it relied on a lot on like, I don't know how my model is made by me. If you didn't know, like, I drew this model, what you see on the screen, I drew myself. I did not rig it, but it's like, so I didn't make it move. I didn't animate it to move, but I drew it myself. I concepted it. I drew it. It's mine completely. And originally it had piercings kind of thing. That was was supposed to be the original idea, but like it just ended up just falling through because I didn't know how to draw it to rig it. So yeah, right. I do need to go. Sorry, I didn't chat much today. That's okay. Fighting PC. Oh, Mo. Have a good rest of stream and day, everyone. Bye. Bye, Mimi. Hope you have a good day. But yeah, so stuff will happen. I think that's all I'm gonna say about it. So forgive. But yeah. So anyway, I will be ending stream around here. So yes. I don't really know what else to say, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna raid anyone, by the way. I'm also just a bit like exhausted, so if there is a raid, there will probably be a raid and dip because I'm feeling pretty out of it. Maddie's doing a co-working study, so we'll go raid Maddie and I'll just leave you on a chill note. So yes. But yes. Please bear with, guys. I just appreciate all of you and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'm very sorry that this was a short stream. I'm just really tired. This will improve as well. Once I move, I will be changing the schedule for Thursdays. I don't plan on changing Mondays too much, but like Thursday streams will be changing schedule wise, so timing will be different, so I should be less exhausted, but we'll see. Yeah, also I put the unicorn skull in general. Thank you very much. I will take a look in a minute, but yeah. It's okay, Jasper, you gotta do big girl things. Good luck with everything. Thank you very much, right, Satan. Read. Mighty. Yes. No, it's okay, you're very busy and that's understandable. Yes, it's fine. Thank you, Mina. Mina, I hope you're doing a lot better now, and I hope you know that we love you very much, and I hope to see you soon. Yes, thank you very much for joining me today, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you very soon. Say hi to Maddie. Give her all the loves, because I love her. And she's done a lot for me today because she's fixed my stupid ass mistakes. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. I will see you very soon.